So last year Nike SB released a sneaker in collaboration with a skate shop in Washington DC, which really caught my eye, and for the most part was a sneaker that I wanted to cop. And obviously I entered some raffles, so at that point I was like, I want to pay resale for this. Now the problem is, because this was quite a hype sneaker at the time, the resale price kind of jumped to around 200, 250. And at that time I was like, yeah, I don't want to spend that money. I don't really want to drop that much on this sneaker. So I've had my eye on this for probably the last 7 months now. Then around the beginning of May, I'd seen a pair on eBay that, for me, ticked all the boxes. It was a good price point, it was in my size, obviously going to be authentic. So I decided to bite the bullet and drop the money. Finally happy to actually know that I have a pair coming, and obviously a bit small delay because authentication, etc. So a couple of weeks went by and the sneaker still had not got to me. So I started contacting the seller. Seller then told me that they'd actually sent the wrong sneaker to eBay for authentication. A couple of days later, eBay came back and said it didn't pass authentication because the wrong size was sent. So I was really gutted because I was like, you know what, I need this sneaker, and I was so close, and then I had to go back to the drawing board. So a few more weeks passed. I thought, you know what, let me give the seller the benefit of the doubt. But then for some reason eBay just took forever to send the sneaker back to him. And so at that point I was like, you know what, let me cut ties with this, let me look at something else. And then lo and behold, StockX was showing some interesting bids. So I thought, let me put in a bid of about £155. Lo and behold, the bid got accepted. And after fees and shipping, around £180. So I was really happy to know I'd secured my sneaker again for a second time. But again, a little bit skeptical that I'd actually get it in hand. So I finally have the box in hand, and I can't wait to unbox it and see what we have. So let's get to it. So here's the box. So got my trusty scissors. Alright. So, bit of bubble wrap. And here's the yellow box. Okay. So, standard Nike SB box. Obviously rainbow box, as you can see. So then you've got the Nike, the swoosh and SB on the top in white, and obviously you've got your rainbow colours, so you've got green, blue, red, yellow. Size tag reads Nike Dunk Low Pro SQS, and the colourway is olive grey, mantra orange. It's my true size of UK 13, US 14. So let's pop it in and see what we got. So obviously I've got our StockX receipt right there. Put this on the side. Pull this back. So this is the Nike SB Dunk Low Crushed DC. It's a very nice sneaker. Oof, look at this. Alright, let's take this out. So we'll look at the right first. So first thing you have is obviously additional laces. So you get obviously your standard white laces, and then you get mantra orange, and then your olive grey right here, to kind of coincide with what you see on the sneaker, right here and obviously here. Starting the outsole, so it's like a gum bottom in this mantra orange colour, as you see right here. And then got some different speckle patterns, as you can see right here. Then in the middle you've got Nike and then SB in the white writing here. It's embossed, so again it feels quite premium. And then again it's got these like little air bubble patches here. I think it's just design as opposed to anything else. You turn to the side, and then you've just got standard Dunk midsole. So again it's white, and obviously goes all the way around to the middle side right there. And as we go on to the upper, so your upper is this primary grey leather upper, and obviously then you've got your Suede Overlays in this olive grey colour right here, which I think is fire. Come to the toe box, you've then got obviously your perforated holes that you see as standard. It's a small bit of creasing, tiny bit, but again that's kind of what you would expect with a Dunk, shall we say. Obviously it's a Dunk silhouette, but obviously SB means it's a slightly thicker tongue, which we'll talk about in a second. As we go up the sneaker, you've then got your thicker laces again that you see with SBs, and as you see, these all going through the eyelets within the olive grey overlays, as you can see right here. So this is all suede, as I mentioned, and again this feels really nice to the touch. And then It's a little bit more rugged here than it is, say, up here. So this bit's a bit more smoother. And then as we go up the sneaker, you'll see on the right side, you've then got the Nike swoosh in this orange, but it's got these interesting grey shading as well right here, you see. So again, that's this feels, it's not leather. It's leather, but it has a different texture to it. So again, that's quite a nice touch. And again, that goes all the way down to the back of the sneaker. As we go up the tongue, so the tongue is a mesh tongue, as you can see. The thing got these diamond elements going up the tongue, as you can see. And then obviously top of the tongue, it's a very thick tongue, so obviously it's an SB tongue. So it's got this orange piping, this magenta orange piping at the top. And then you've got Nike SB in black writing. And then you've got the Crush DC underneath to obviously mark out the collaboration. Back of the tongue, you've then got this crushed skateboard on the top of the tongue right here. The back of the tongue is obviously green. It's got these two little yellow dots on it as well, so I think it's quite a nice touch. If we look at the laces, so as I mentioned, there are two different colours, but on the end of the white laces tips you have these interesting patterns. So it's kind of so you've got a blue, a red, a green, kind of similar to what you see on the box. So I think it's a nice little subtle detail, again quite nice. And again, that features also on the additional laces, so you do get that same experience. So yeah, it's quite nice. Sock liner, it's obviously a standard SB Dunk sock liner, so it's canvas, so it feels quite nice. And obviously then you've got the additional padding at the back because for your ankles, because primarily it's a skateboarding shoe, but can be worn for lifestyle. And then the last detail on the insole, it's got this white square, and it says Nike SB in the blue writing, and then crushed underneath that in that kind of bubble writing in blue text. I think it's quite fire. On the back of the sneaker, you then just got Nike text in the magenta orange right here. It's obviously embroidered, and that sits on the olive grey background right here. And again, that's suede, so again, feels nice to the touch. Again, if I can just roll it, you see that's kind of coming off. And obviously then the top of the sock liner's got that piping. It's orange, again that magenta orange to match obviously what you see on the swoosh right there. In terms of sizing, I go true to size on my SBs, and that fits fine. I do have a wide foot, so obviously this is a wide toe box, so again that fits fine for me. Again, if you had a narrow foot, you may want to go down half a size, but for me, even an SB's true to size works for me. I have had people say that for SBs you should go down because of the thick tongue, but I don't really find that. But again, if you have a pair of SBs already, go with that size and you'll be fine. In terms of resale, as I said, I got these for £155. As you last day on StockX was £149. So again, it's come down. Retail for this was $110. It was £100 here in the UK. Definitely come down from what it used to be. As I said, it was a £200 shoe at one point, $250. But it just goes to show that over time these prices are coming down, and we've definitely seen that with a lot of SBs and dunks in general. The hype is definitely dying down. I think that's really cool if you're a sneakerhead to be able to now cop the more hype releases for a fairly decent price. For me, really happy to have this in the collection and can't wait to add this to the rotation. So what do you think of the sneaker? Would you cop this? Did you cop it originally? Were you able to cop it? I think it's fire, really happy to have it in the collection, and yeah, to get this for a fairly reasonable price above retail, really happy with that. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. So thanks for checking the video. If you did enjoy this content, please do subscribe and also hit the notification bell to be notified when I do drop new videos. If you did enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up as it really helps the channel grow. And until next time, take it easy, and I'll see you in the next video.